Hey there, today I want to talk on the push motion. So picture this, you're nudging open the heavy cafe door with one hand while balancing your grandkid on the other hip. No strain, no wobble, just moving forward with effortless power. Or you may have just started cleaning up your yard and you have several wheelbarrow loads of green waste that you need to load up into the trailer. Now that's the magic of a well-trained push. Today we'll fire up chest, shoulders and triceps along with that core and with some functional moves to protect joints and ensure that we switch on the right muscles so that we're confident in our ability to push anything at all. A functional core is crucial for a functional push. With a strong core, it lays the foundation for the arms and shoulders to work, and it also anchors the pelvis and lower extremities. If our core isn't switching on correctly, then the shoulders can totally overwork and do all the work that they're not designed to do. So today I'll be using a band and a pair of dumbbells and some body weight, and so clear some wall space and let's push our way to a strong, capable GrandmaSTRONG body. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to demonstrate a push motion of a band. Now you can be doing this with a cable if you have a cable. I don't have a cable here, so I'm just doing mine with a one-arm band. The idea as I turn around to press out, I want to be working through my legs first. So my legs need stability. From my legs, my bigger muscles come to my smaller muscles, well, still big ones. I'm working through my core then after that. So as I press out, my legs are first of all going to work, then I've got my core on and my core is activated. And then from here, I can press out knowing that I've got myself really stable before I actually press out. Now, if I'm just going to press out with my arm here and I'm not doing any other work with my body, my shoulder is likely to overwork and probably get injured. So I want to be able to use my whole body as I push forward. So thinking about as I take my weight into that back leg, the band is close to my body, and then I'm making sure that my band is about the same height as my shoulder. I don't want the band too high or too low. I want it about the same height as my shoulder so I can press straight out. I don't want to be pressing down. I don't want to be pressing up. I want to be pushing forward. So most pushes will come straight out in front of you. We can push down at times, but we just want to keep all those dynamics just right. So then we're going to initiate the move from the legs to the trunk to the shoulder and the arm. And that arm is in line with the attachment of the band. Now, don't allow that band, when you turn around here to press out, don't allow it to suddenly pull you back because it could give you an injury. So everything's under control as we come back. And even as we push out, it's all under control. We're not trying to kind of really push it out hard. Everything's under control here. So we also need to think about our breathing as we push forward. So we're going to be breathing out through pursed lips. Just maintains this intrathoracic pressure so that we can hold our core on and everything's under control. Let's have a look at how that actually works. So I'm going to be starting with the weight into my back leg, and then as I come forward, I'm using my legs first. My core is now switching on, and when that's all switched on, I can feel this core working, then my arm is out in a push move. Let's have another look at that. Great. Good, so I'm starting with my legs, my core, breathing out and coming back. There's so many ways that we can do a press or a push, but this is just one of the ways to really start you off with the right way of doing it. We'll do one more. And of course, if you've done one arm, you'll go and do the other one. But think about all those things. If you can think about your legs working with your core and then your arms start working, when that's all switched on and we're stable, you should have a nice, safe push that will allow you to do all sorts of things in your yard without getting injured. So as a push workout today, I don't think too much needs to be said about it. We're simply going to be when we do a push-up, activating this core. So that needs to be the very first thing that we do, is we push away, because otherwise we'll overuse these arms and actually overuse the legs too if we're doing a squat to push up. So we really need to be working specifically when we're working the upper body and I'm pushing something out. I really need to be switching on that core, so I've got that activated as well. So let's get into it. We'll do 30 seconds on and 10 seconds off, and I'm going to start my push-up on an incline bench. Mine's simply a table here. Yours could be a firm chair at home, or it could be the wall or the floor. We'll do a narrow lot of push-ups and then we'll come further out and do wider push-ups. So let's get into it. Our first 30 seconds. Now, if you look at me from the start, I'm doing a narrow push-up at the moment. I'm still keeping my whole body straight, and I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm like from the side. I'm trying not to bring my hips down and my head does not come down. It's all staying in line and my elbows are going straight back. My core is definitely switched on so that I can be working that right through this push-up. Great. Now I'm going to get my set of dumbbells and I'm going to be doing a little press up. So from here, I'm going to be doing a squat. So a squat itself is a push. And then from here, I'm taking these into an overhead press. Now, these are straight up. We've already covered a press in a previous one. We felt that it needed a bit of its own time, because a lot of seniors have lost the ability to press. But here we're doing 2 lots of pushes in one go. We're coming up from the floor and then we're lifting overhead. Great, I'm going to be doing a one-legged squat. You can do that over a chair if you want. I'm just going to hold with one weight so I can be by the wall, and I'm simply coming over. So if you wanted to be over your chair at home or even having a toe down, we're going to push up through that one leg. And I've just got my weight beside me. Great, so you're trying to keep everything nice and neat. Don't let these knees cave in. And every time we push up, we're pushing the ground through and away from our heel. We're keeping those toes widely spaced. I'm going to change the other side. Great, so you can have a toe down or a leg up, whichever takes your fancy. And if you're feeling unstable, you may want to have the wall beside you, or you may want to have a stick, broomstick, mop stick, your stick that you walk around with. But I'm just trying to come down. You're taking that bum back and pushing up through that heel and standing up tall. Great. So having that toe down if you need to, but we're not putting much weight on that leg. All the weight is through the other leg. Great. I'm going to be taking my chair and doing some tricep dips. So from here, coming with my hands off my chair, and I'm dipping down and up. Now you may find this quite hard, have to come back onto your chair and have some breaks. So just a tricep dip, so working right through the back of our upper arms. Great. Good. We've got 3 seconds to go. Great. Our next one will be a lunge. So having a wall beside you or something to hold on, making sure your weights are out of the way, taking one leg forward, one leg back, we're coming down and we're going to push up. Again, just making sure as we come down and up, those knees are staying to the front and everything's staying really stable. If you need to hold on to something, chair, wall, do so, but we're just pushing the ground away. Again, that front leg is doing a lot of work, back's doing a bit of work, but this front one, I can certainly feel my glutes working there at the same time. We're going to swap it to the other side. Great. And off we go. Good. Whoop. Coming down and up. Good. So there you go. Even I'm unstable at times when I'm looking at something over there, And yeah, particularly if you're tired. Be careful when you work out when you're tired. Good. We've got 5 seconds to go. Good. I'm going to come back to that push-up again, and this time I'm doing a wider armed one. I quite like the wide ones. We're not way out to the side, but more out to the side than what we were before. I love the wider push-ups because it allows me to work through my chest, and that feels good. Great. If you wanted to be doing this on the wall or on the floor, you can do. If you're on the floor, you can be on your knees as well. Well done. Good. And the last one that we'll do as a push move, just going to take one of my weights and I'm just going to push it forward as I squat down. You can take those legs quite wide if you did want, but just bringing it straight out. You can hold it on either side if you did want, or just the other way. Good. Good. I'm going to grab my band and we'll do our next lot of push moves on the band. So this time I'm going to be doing a push. My other arm will be out to the front. My core is on and I'm going to really press out that arm from the back. So it's a very nice big push. Now before every push, I do have my belly button activated into my spine. So I'm doing a nice little twist and bringing the other arm back and keeping everything nice and smooth. So this is what I look like from the front. Bringing that out, bringing it back. So nice big push move. Lovely. I'm going to change to the other arm. Other leg, like to have the opposite leg. You can have the same leg on that side out, but just a bit more unstable. So pressing out and bringing it back, pressing out. A nice big strong move. Everything's nice and strong, turning on that core and having a bit of a lean into that front leg. Great. Good. Making sure if you've got your band attached to something, mine has a door stopper. It goes right behind the door, really nice and secure. I don't want to be doing a big press and then a big push and finding that it's come out on me. So now I'm going to take this arm a little bit under and a little bit of a scoop, and I'm going to scoop that arm forward. So this time it's a push out to the front, but just with one arm. And you may want to have a smaller band with this one because I can feel my core working, my front of my shoulder working, and right down through the front of my arm. So a nice big push out to the front. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this core is also doing some work that has to work to help my arm to... Okay, I'm going to be doing a press with my band. I've got my band securely attached. I'm going to be making sure my core is switched on before I even press out. I'm going to be starting my 30-second timer and taking my other arm out, and then I'm doing just a nice press, a little twist, but my core will be on before I even start to press out. So taking that right out to the front. And I can feel my core working with every press that I do. Great. Good. I'm going to take it around to the other side and getting ready to do my other arm. Think about the core first of all, activated. And off we go. Good. Every time we press, particularly if you've got a big, thick band, it's when you can do your little breath out. Good. Well done. This time I'm taking it in one arm, and I'm actually going to just be taking a little kind of press out with one arm. It's kind of a little scoop. So I'm working the front of that shoulder and front of that arm. Again, my core is activated before I even start the first press out. Good. Well done. We've got 4 seconds left. Taking it to the other side. Again, that core is on. Getting ready to go. Think about switching on and off we go. Good. Last couple of seconds. Awesome job with the band. We're going to have one last challenge on the FitBall and be doing our push-up on the FitBall. Let's have a look. For those of you with a FitBall at home, I'm coming right out to my shins. My core is on, and I'm just going to lower myself towards the floor and bringing back up again. So holding that core, that should be nice and strong. They're just going to leave our head in alignment with our body and taking it down and up. Now, if that gets too hard, bring yourself back on that ball a bit further, and so you can be taking yourself down and up a bit more safely. But as you get better at this, you can just roll yourself off that ball that little bit further, keeping that core on and taking yourself down and up. So, well done on your effort today. I hope you enjoyed learning all about the push. I'll see you next time.